guys, welcome to this video where we are going to be sewing this lovely top. If you've not watched my video on how to trace out this pattern using this Lutterloh pattern making system, I have the link directly below this video. In this particular video, we're going to be sewing up the top. So first and foremost, the material I'm going to use is 150 by 150 cm. I am using 160 by 160 because I'm tall. If your average size 150 by 150 cm is okay for you. That is about 60 inches by 60 inches. So that's the material I'm using, and I've already placed my patterns in place. What I need to show you is that for the pattern, for the back pattern, if you look at this place, you see that it is a dotted line. That means when we are placing this particular back pattern, we'll place it at the edge of the material, at the edge of the material. So as you can see here, let me show it to you. This is my back pattern. If you look closely, see where I placed it. It's at the edge, at the folded end. So that's what you should do with your back pattern. Put it at the folded end. And then every other pattern, I have laid it in place. As you can see, the facing, the front has been laid in place. And what I have done, if you look at it closely, I have marked my 0.5 inches or about 1 centimeter sewing seam allowance. That is it right there. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out all my pieces for making this blouse. I've cut all my pieces. All my pieces are ready. This is the back part together with the facing for the hand. And of course, the front part together with the facing for the hand also. And the facing, this facing, if you look at the material, what we are making, you see the neck, it has a facing. That's a facing, and this facing has a stay on it, or a fusible fleece. That is what I did here. You can look at it. That is the fleece, the black fleece. This is the material. So I'm going to iron this on it to form the facing for the front part of the dress. And of course, I have a facing for the waist, the waistband. Let me show you the waistband. Look at the waistband. You can see it. So that here is here. This is what it is. And one part, half of it is going to be, it's going to have a fusible fleece ironed on it. So with that, all my pattern pieces are ready. So what we are going to do now, I'm going to join the facing of the hands first of all. We're going to prepare the hand by joining the facing of the hand to the back part and of course to the front part. Then we are going to join the shoulders. The shoulder of the back to the shoulder of the front. The shoulder of the back to the shoulder of the front after doing the facing. And then of course, I'm going to join the two edges of the facing. Remember, it's folded. It's double. So I'll join the two edges to make it a very long facing. So I'll go ahead and do that on my machine, and then we'll continue. So this is what your blouse should be looking like by now. I have done all the facing on the hand. I've done the facing on both hands. And the next thing we are going to do now is to join the lapel. This is the lapel. Remember, I said we are going to join it at the edge. I've joined it at the edge, making it to be very long. See how long it is. Extremely long. So the next thing you're going to do, you're going to pin it down and sew it, starting from the center of the back neck. And this is the way you're going to pin it. Let me bring it forward so that you see it well. So you get the center of the neck. I've gotten my center. I marked it. And then where you joined it, you now just pin it round. Get that join. Pin it there. And you're going to pin all round, just like so. Pin it like that, the way I've placed it. Pin the other side too, all round. And that's exactly how you're going to sew it on the lapel. That's how we're going to sew it, so that once you finish sewing it, we'll be folding it behind. That's exactly what I'm going to do right now. After that, remember the base of the blouse. If you look at the pattern, this is where I'm talking about, the base of this blouse. Remember, it's just a little bit on your upper hip. So once you're done with the lapel, you'll now be able to sew the sides together, these sides. You sew the sides together, just like you've placed it. You sew the sides together. After you've joined your lapel and turned it and ironed it out, we'll sew the sides together. After sewing the sides, our base, if you notice, the base is shorter than the blouse. If you look at it very well, see, it's shorter than the blouse. So that means we are going to do some little gatherings at the edge here. We are going to do little gathers. If you look at the pattern, take a look at the pattern right here. If you look at here, you see something like, how would I put it? You know, something like that. And once you see something like that, if you look at the symbols page, that signifies that at this base, you're going to do some little gathers. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I repeat, after joining this lapel and turning it over and ironing it, we will now join the sides of the material, and then we'll do a little gathering here before we join the base of the material. So that's exactly what I am going to do right now. So the blouse is finally ready. Everything has been done. I have sewn everything together. The lapel, the facing, everything has been sewn together. The base has been sewn, and this is the final product of the blouse, made with just 2 measurements. So what I'll do now is to wear it and let us see the fitting. So guys, I've put on my summer top made from Lutterloh with just 2 measurements, and just look at the fitting. Take a look at the fitting. Very, very cute. In fact, I love this blouse. I love it so much. So we've come to the end of this video on making this simple sleeveless Lutterloh top. Very beautiful top for the summer. I hope your blouse turned out as beautiful and fitting as mine did. But if you have any challenges whatsoever, don't forget to just drop your comments and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. Till next video, remain blessed.